shows you believe in the impact of this organization in our community. This is clearly a fundraiser, but we really want you to learn more about what we do, interact with our staff and students and board members, and leave today excited that you are helping us make a difference in our students' lives every day.
We started with a tribute to Maya Angelou. We'd like to end with a tribute to Linda Lytvinenko, and we'd like her to come up here. And
Linda.
She speaks very well.
We hear her powerful voice.
We love our leader.
She keeps us reading. Linda inspired us to learn.
Enthusiasm. Down the hall she walks. Her bright face brings joy to all. Linda will be here.
She leads our success.
She feeds our thirst for knowledge. We read to learn more.
My grandfather moved to New York City in 1938. He didn't speak English, he couldn't read English, and I talked to him a lot about that transition and how he, how he made his way in the new world. He wrote about that experience. I just want to read a quote from that. He was describing the time he moved to New York in 1938. My God, was I jealous, watching people in the subway holding onto a strap from the ceiling, balancing themselves while reading the neatly folded New York Times. Would I ever understand the Times, and would I ever be able to perform the balancing act?
Let's start with the founding of this very country, the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that we are all endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. And among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, what does that have to do with literacy and the mission of the Cape Fear Literacy Council? Maybe we should listen to our students. Let's first reflect on life, because if you've ever driven in a foreign country and tried to read the signs, you know that not being able to read can truly be a deadly situation. Here's what Carolyn said. When I had my son, I was so afraid I was going to hurt him or even kill him because I couldn't read what the doctor said or what the medicine said. Mothers who can read don't have to worry about that. It was a terrible fear. Liberty, I can speak to that issue. I see illiteracy showing up at the courthouse a lot. In fact, I pulled this statistic off. 70% of incarcerated youth and adults are either illiterate or have low or inadequate literacy skills. The number one factor in a child's success in school is whether mom reads. It's the number one, and it cuts across all demographic factors. That's the number one thing. So when we talk about the pursuit of happiness and what makes us happy, let's listen to one of our students again. Here's what John had to say. I was not able to read with my children when they were growing up. Now I want to read with my grandkids, and now I can. So they will see that reading is important. Every minute I spend reading with them is keeping them out of trouble.
I want to thank all of the volunteers for all of their work. I go by that building there on 16th, 17th Street there, the little blue building right beside the railroad track. And I always look at myself and I say, that's the little organization that gets it done and does it every single day and changes a lot of people's lives for the better.
So it's they call it fulfillment, parts and part.
Oh, beautiful. Right on.
Together, all of us stand as a family and a community and a force that is pushing literacy forward. What got us here and what's going to get us to the next place as Susan picks up and carries on? What's going to move us forward? It's the awareness, first the awareness of the issue. I bet many of you in this room didn't know about literacy or Cape Fear Literacy Council years ago. When I came to Wilmington, I did not know much. I thought there might be a few people who had trouble reading. I didn't realize the huge impact on all of that we do, all that families and people need to move forward. You are why we're here. You're why we've been successful, why we've had 2,000 students in the last 10 years, why 600 tutors have come to us. My plea, if I get to make one, is for you to think about all that we have done together and done it as part of the family that has made the Literacy Council what it is, and what it's going to take to go forward for the next generation. Legacy means what Billie gave to me. Legacy means what I am giving to Susan. Actually, what you and I together are giving to Susan. It's getting us to the next wave. And the legacy, I think, is what we will all bring as we say, good job coming, and we can do it.